Okay, third time's the charm. I want to talk about the fear of other people stealing your art style, and do I have it? No, I don't have it. I saw a comment on another artist's YouTube video, I believe. She's on a lot of channels, Kayla Carlisle. And somebody in the comments was like, I've been painting for 26 years and you shouldn't teach your techniques. People will steal them. And it made me feel icky and sad inside because that is not how I want to live my life. So just quick story. I've grown a lot on social media this summer. I don't know when you're watching this. If you're watching this in like 2056, it was not this summer. That was a long time ago. But I grew a lot on social media, and people were asking me over and over and over again, how do you make these torn paper landscapes? And they're collage. That's what they are. But people wanted to know, like, what glue do you use? What's that rubber thing? How do you get it like this? How do you get the white where you want it to be? Like, just a lot of questions that I've been making them for several years now that I had worked out. So I released this class, and in the first week, 142 people bought it, which is awesome. And then towards the end, I'd released it on a Tuesday, and towards the end of that week, people started sending me photos of what they had made, and it filled me with joy. Like, I'm not making that up. It really, like, I just got some last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love these, because people think of things that I didn't think of, and people have their own, I don't know how to explain it, but like, no one can steal my soul. No one is going to do it exactly like I do it, and that's good. And I couldn't do it exactly like they do it, you know? Kind of like handwriting is your own like personal, I was going to say footprint. That's not right. Art is personal, and you can try to copy someone, and yeah, maybe some people can really, really copy someone else, but that is not what makes your heart and soul feel good. So I don't think most of these people who are taking this class, and I'm not, in the class, I'm not like, follow these steps exactly. I keep saying, like, do what feels good to you. Use the colors that feel good to you. So I'm just not worried about that. I also have not felt overly worried about people scraping my images for AI. I'm not saying no one should ever be concerned about this stuff. That is just not my mindset. It's not how I run my business. I'm sitting on my front step right now, and this might sound like a random example that's similar in my mind, but a lot of people now have those Ring cameras, and it's not like that I'm against them or anything, but we live on a dead-end street, and even if I didn't, I don't want to offend you. Don't come at me in the comments. For me, putting things around the house that are for security feels like I am inviting, like I'm saying that I'm afraid and I need to protect myself. And I don't feel that way. I feel safe. And I do believe in vibes. I do believe in vibes, and I don't think I need that. And I feel the same way about my art. So I wouldn't want somebody making art and using my name, but I looked it up one time. My last name is Picicci, Picicci. It has been for the last 15 years since I got married, and there just are not a lot of Piciccis in the world, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the United States, really even anywhere though. So like, if somebody tried to sell art under my name, I'd be like, yo, there's only one me. But I don't mind if people make torn paper art. And then like years ago, I had art up in the Asheville Regional Airport, and somebody contacted me and was like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. I was in the area because I have family, and like, she started making her own art. It doesn't look like mine. It looks awesome. And she lives in Colorado. Like, there's room for all of us. Similarly, there is some woman on Facebook who, not every time, but a couple of times now, she's posted under my videos, you must love art by, I'll just say the artist's name, by Whitney Alyssa. I do love the art by Whitney Alyssa. She also tears paper, but then she sews it. And she uses a lot of like pinks and different colors than I do, like more than one. And so this woman keeps insinuating that I like stole in not so many words, like stole Whitney Alyssa's style or something. Like, she doesn't follow me, but she's obviously seen a couple of my videos, and I've written back each time and been like, yes, I love Whitney Alyssa. She said, I must have taken a class from Whitney Alyssa. And I was like, I did not take a class. I don't know how to sew. I'm not trying to make the same. I don't want to copy her art. I'm not inspired. Like, my art did not come from thinking like, I'm going to copy her. Like, that just is not, that is not it. I worked on my art style for years. If you've watched any of my other videos, I made so many different other kinds of art. And then I settled on this finally. Like, I don't know. See, now I feel like I'm getting defensive. Calm down, Jen. So I'm not afraid. I want people, you know what? I want people to break out of the box of like, I should only be creative if it sells. I should only be creative if, if I have a big following or to amass a big following or whatever. Like, I want people to be creative because it stills your mind. It brings you joy. I think it makes the world a happier place. So if you're inspired by my art, by all means, test it out. Build your own thing. I have faith that it'll be its own thing. And it's, we're not all competing against each other. We're all trying to be together in this wild and crazy world. So those are my thoughts on that. I don't even remember what my original subject was, but I hope you enjoyed.